Hi lovelies, welcome back to our channel. My name's Leah.
My name's Tia.
We are the co-founders and sisters behind the brand Zhené. We are mindset and manifestation coaches, here to help you rise and reach your truest potential.
On this channel, we talk about mindset, manifestation and so much more. And in this video, we're going to talk about why prioritising yourself and putting the focus back on yourself is so important.
I'll be your light. Be your light.
So yeah, let's jump into that. So on this journey of being in this human experience and having many different desires and wanting to birth those different desires, sometimes we can put our attention and focus on really trying to manifest things in our life, because as we know, we are manifesting consciously or unconsciously, whether we know it or not. But being a conscious manifestor is really about knowing what you want and then going about your life and enjoying life. It's not trying to force it into being. So sometimes we can get so caught up in doing so many techniques, so many tools, and trying to force things into being, rather than dropping it, putting your focus and attention back on yourself, enjoying your current reality, and actually knowing that what you want is going to come. And what I mean by efforting, it's like you're scripting, you're watching loads of different YouTube videos, you're trying different methods, like you're in a state of like, I don't have what I want, rather than being in a state of, do you know what, I'm in trust, I'm knowing that what I want is going to come. Even if I have resistance in my day, I know how to get myself back into a state of being that's more in an allowing place again. So when we talk about focusing on yourself, it's really about having that daily routine for yourself. So obviously you've stated, you've scripted, or whatever you've done, whatever tools you've used. And so myself, I found myself in this state as well. I kept watching, like, even myself and Tia, we watch YouTube videos and we look to others for sources of inspiration. Like, I've had coaching and stuff in the past, like we know what it's like to kind of be on that other side of it and really wanting to manifest the things into my life. So I would be watching loads of videos, I'd be trying different tools, techniques, really trying to get my manifestations into like the physical. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh god, I know
I'm manifest the fuck out of this.
I'm gonna manifest the fuck out of this. Like, I wanna get it in, so I'm gonna script every day, I'm gonna visualise, I'm gonna do all this kind of stuff. But then it comes from a place of like absence and like not really trusting that what I want could come. And as we spoke about in the previous video, we spoke about those core foundational limiting beliefs and why that was cropping up for us. So I just now take my approach with manifestation and conscious manifesting from a place of like just focusing on myself and having a daily routine for myself that feels good, knowing that what I want is coming. And when I come from that space, what I want comes a lot easier.
Yeah, same. Do you know what? I've been in two completely different places, and when you say that, this is what come into my mind, because there are days when I want to do my morning routine and there were days where I didn't. But now I have shifted into that conscious creation and doing the things to feel good, not to get something from them. I literally get up and look forward to doing my morning routine. I get up and I'm like looking forward to meditating, because I know like the feeling it gives me after I've done it is all that I need. I don't need to just be manifesting to get something from it. So it does depend entirely where you're at. But I think having a go-to routine and, like you said, plucking them things and having your go-to list that you can pull out in a space of just pouring into yourself to get yourself to a place of feeling good. And that is the key of how you feel inside. Not a place of I'm going to do all these things and techniques to get. Because the universe works on frequency, vibration, however you want to call it, and that's what I resonate with. So when you're in that vibration of actually, I'm doing this scripting thing and I hope that's going to work, but I'm actually doing this from a place of I don't have it yet, that's all you're sending out.
It's that state of being you're emitting out, isn't it? You're in a state of being of lack, of absence.
100%. So it's so important, and these tools are so powerful. I love Abraham Hicks' books, which I've picked up recently, and there are so many tools and processes based on your vibrational set point, which we'll link in the description box below. But it's also knowing where your vibrational set point is, because you can't go from, and this is why I love her process, being angry and jealous, to then, because you're angry and jealous, scripting on the thing that you want in a hope that it manifests. It just, you can't make that vibrational jump. It's just them emotional and subtle shifts up to you feeling elation or happiness or joy or appreciation, instead of going from do you know what, I'm jealous of this person, to, you know, I'm going to script the fuck out of this thing because I want it in my life.
Yeah. So having a routine for yourself so you can have a more stable state of being. So what I mean by stable state of being is actually just going intentionally about your day and doing things for yourself that feel good. So for me, I like to, if I talk through my routine, I like to get up and I meditate, I do some breath work, and I'll have breakfast, and then I'll work out, and then I'll come home, and then I'll shower. Like, these are kind of things that I'll just write down as well. I'll literally write down my breakfast, I'll write down my shower, I'll write down every little thing that I'm doing throughout my day, really, and I kind of tick it off because it helps me to just focus on myself rather than being like, oh, this hasn't happened yet, or I'm still manifesting this and I'm seeing it's not coming. So because you just don't want to go about your day living like that, and you notice for yourself when you've actually got a routine and you're being more intentional. So when you've got your daily routine and you're focusing on yourself, and like you're sleeping with your beliefs on at night time, or you're doing whatever you need to do, you're watching your state of being throughout the day, whatever it is, you're not so focused on the manifestation and its absence. You're just aware of what you want because you might have scripted on it, you might have written it down, you might have visualized on it. You're aware of what you want. Like, that's not going
good.
That's not going anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't script as much as I used to, and I don't visualise as much as I used to. I do these things if it feels good to, but my daily routine, I do usually do breathwork and meditation because that helps me to stabilise my state of being and then carry myself throughout my day. So you just want to have your daily routine so you're purely focused on yourself and you know the things you want to manifest, they're going to come. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're all coming, but once you come from a place of being in a state of being relaxed and knowing that it's coming.
100%. And that's the thing that I think shifted since I've now, like me and Leah said, we're consciously creating our lives and not coming from that place of hoping and wishing. It's literally like, we know it's done, because mark my words, we'll look back on this video and be like, we was building Zhené, we're gonna have, our goal is 350 members inside the Rising Women Academy. I know that's going to happen. Yeah. But am I coming from a place of urgency and hoping and needing and manifesting the fuck out of this thing? No, I'm coming from a place of believing in divine timing, knowing that it's mine because if I desire it, it's going to happen. But what am I doing to align to that? What am I doing to embody that version of me that has that thing? Because this is the difference. We come into this space and we want to manifest this thing. But instead of, and we know that our internal reflects our external, but instead of focusing on the internal, we go straight in with trying to change the external experiences. And what I mean by that is like, so I want this thing, say money as an example, but instead of believing that opportunities, situations and experiences are going to be inspired to me, I will go out and try make as much fucking money by hustling, working while they're sleeping, grinding to try and get this money. I'm not believing that because I want this money is my innate worthiness, because I want this money and I love money and money loves me. Like, what are my feelings, associations, beliefs, thoughts, patterns around this area? And this is why a routine is so important, because your vibrational set point when you get up is high, but it's when you go throughout your day and that you're giving your attention to the 3D, that things start to shift your experience and you start giving your attention to the unwanted. And why a routine is so important for me is because it sets my emotional state in well-being, and then I'm able to be on that vibrational set point consistently. And how I imagine it is, whilst I'm on that vibrational set point of feeling good and pouring into myself, that thing that I want has no option but to conspire and conform and come into my reality, because I'm a vibrational match. And this is why it's so important to pour back into yourself instead of trying to change the external experience, because the external is a reflection of the internal. So when you want to change something externally, where do you go? You pour back into yourself. And this is why prioritizing yourself and making yourself your number one priority, getting your own vibrational set point in gear, making sure you feel good is key for you wanting to manifest the things you want.
Yeah, and it's so counterintuitive, I think, to go about your day and be like, well, if I drop it, does it mean I'm not going to get it? No, it's, you've already set your intention, like you've already stated what you want. Like, you just have to start to rewire in those new core beliefs that tell you that you can have it, for one.
Yeah.
And then two, go about your day, like Tia said, pouring into yourself, because you've got to think the version of you that has this thing that you want isn't there all day thinking like, where is it? When is it coming? Why isn't it here yet? My outside reality is showing me the absence of it. No, you've already got it. You've already got it. So go pouring into yourself and having a routine for your day and working on those core beliefs. You're going to align to the version of you that has that, and it's going to become your experience. But it doesn't come if you're like, where is it? Why isn't it here yet? You're still so energetically anchored into the old version of you that you're not allowing yourself to become this new version that already has these desires. So when we say just to drop it and know that it's done, it's you stepping into that version of you that's like, okay, I'm just going to trust that it's coming. I've stated what I want many a times. I know what I want inside of me, and I'm just going to pour into myself every single day, knowing that what I want is manifesting.
Yeah.
And it's going to come.
Because I'll say it and I'll say it again, like, who do you have to become in order to have the things you want? Amelia spoke about this, and she has a beautiful quote which she got a download from, which she'll probably say after I've said this. It's not necessarily about the things that we want, although we think that they're the things that are going to make us happy. It's actually the journey to them, who you become and how you feel on the way to those things that really matter, because that's how you sustain these changes. By realigning your core beliefs and embodying that version of you and doing it consistently is how you're going to sustain that $1 million. It's how you're going to sustain that business, that relationship, that health. It's not you just getting the things you want and then moving on to the next. It's you becoming the version of you that has these things. You feeling the way that these things are going to make you feel. You tapping into all those different energies and emotions of the things that you want. And what was that thing that you watched and the download that you had from the movie the other week?
So I was watching Evan Almighty, and I love watching films. And there was a bit in it, Morgan Freeman, where he's in this restaurant with the wife, and she's just like, oh, he's going crazy and this, that and the other. And he said, you know, and it's such a beautiful analogy, and it made me think a little bit, because I love these analogies that we get from films, and they put all of them in there for us, whether you notice it or not. So Morgan Freeman's like, if you want to pray for courage, you're given opportunities to be courageous. You pray for confidence, you're given opportunities to be confident. You pray for more love, you're giving opportunities to be more loving. And this is what it's like in this experience as well. Like, we've come here to grow and expand. We didn't come to sacrifice and suffer. That's the quote you were talking about. You know, we came here in this human experience to, and if you're spiritually awake, which you will still are because you're watching this is what I call it, you've come here to kind of experience this life, and through this experience you want to birth new things, so you're given opportunities to grow, to experience those new things. So if you want more money, you're going to be giving more opportunities and experiences to grow into having more money, whether that's reprogramming your limiting beliefs, or trusting in your ability to be able to create the things you want, or just knowing that, having more faith to know that what you want is done without trying to effort it into place. You came here to do that.
Yeah.
You came here to experience it in that form. So like I said, like, knowing this stuff intellectually is so different than actually applying it. And when I first started saying this video, I was doing so many tools and techniques to try to get what I wanted, but it wasn't till I actually started to focus on myself and have more of a routine that it feels more natural now. Like, I'm actually enjoying my reality again, rather than trying to effort things into place, or, oh, let me just learn one more technique just because this might be the golden ticket. And it's kind of like, just have fun with this. You know what you want. If you feel good doing different techniques like scripting, visualizing, by all means do it, but don't come from a place of, I need to do this thing to make what I want manifest. No, focus on yourself, pour into yourself, and let things unfold and manifest into reality, because they will.
Yeah,
they will.
On that note,
yeah, on that note, as we've reached the end of this video, set an intention to pour more into yourself, enjoy your reality, be your #1 priority, and that's what you will continue to experience in the outside world. So if you would like to work with me and Tia, the links are in the description down below. See you in the next video.